Have you ever been in a situation where someone just, well, saw something in you and something maybe you didn't even quite see yourself?
Yeah, like they tapped into some potential.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
suddenly you felt this, I don't know, this surge, like you could do anything.
Mhm.
Or maybe the opposite, ever felt really small or doubted yourself deeply or even felt like you had to pretend just to fit in.
Oh, definitely. That pressure to conform.
What makes that huge difference? What's the secret, really, to helping people, and let's be honest, ourselves to really shine, to unlock all that potential?
And be authentic while doing it.
Right. Today, that's exactly what we're diving into, this profound art of helping people become their absolute best selves.
It's about unlocking potential, sure,
Yeah.
but also fostering that authenticity you mentioned and how that builds, strong communities where people actually work well together. Synergy.
And we've got some really fascinating sources to guide us. A real
A
mix.
very diverse set, actually.
We've got the legendary football coach, Bill Walsh. His insights go way beyond sports.
Absolutely. Then there's ancient philosophy. Confucius, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Wisdom that's lasted thousands of years.
And then fast forward to today, we have reflections from people like NBA star Brian Wade. His thoughts on parenting are incredible.
And that moving testimony from the lawyer Brandon Boulware. Really powerful stuff.
Plus insights from writers like Ryan Holiday, Barbara Sher, even historical figures like Thomas Paine, Teddy Roosevelt, Henry Ford.
It's quite a lineup, a real tapestry, you could say, spanning centuries in different fields.
But all focused on this one really vital question. How do we genuinely empower people, ourselves included?
And our mission here in this deep dive is to really pull out the most important bits, the actionable nuggets from all these different voices.
Yeah, give you a kind of shortcut.
Exactly. A shortcut to understanding how you can empower others and, help build a world where everyone gets a chance to flourish.
We'll dig into some surprising ideas, some really practical tools you can use right away. Whether you're, I don't know, leading a team, raising kids, mentoring someone.
Or just trying to be a better friend, really. It applies everywhere.
Okay, so let's unpack the first big idea. It seems almost too simple, but it comes up again and again. It's a message highlighted by that coach, Bill Walsh.
Right, Walsh. He wasn't just about football strategy, though he revolutionized that. He deeply understood people, the psychology of performance.
And he pinpointed something really basic, didn't he? Not some complex tactic.
No, it was incredibly simple. He identified the phrase, "I believe in you," as the single most inspirational message a leader can deliver.
Just those 4 words.
Just 4 words. But think about the impact. It taps into this fundamental human need to be seen, to be trusted, to have our potential recognized.
He actually said, didn't he, something like, you need to stretch people to help them reach their potential.
The most powerful way to do this is by having the courage to say, "I believe in you." These 4 words constitute the most inspirational message a leader can convey. That's the quote.
The most inspirational. That's a big claim. Why belief, specifically? Why not just, praise for something they did well or setting high goals?
That's a great question. I think it gets at the vulnerability involved.
Yeah.
When you say, "I believe in you," you're not just judging past performance.
Right. It's future focus.
Exactly.
Mm.
You're investing in their potential. You're saying, "I see something in you," maybe even something you don't fully see yet.
That's different from good job on that report.
Totally different. That's conditional praise. Belief is about their inherent capability. It shifts their whole internal story, doesn't it? From "can I do this" to "maybe I actually can."
The source uses that great analogy, the bike riding one.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. You're learning, you fall, you scrape your knee, you want to quit.
Well, been there.
Right. But then someone, a parent, a friend, looks you right in the eye and says, "I believe you can do this."
It's not just comforting, is it?
No, it's like a spark.
Yeah.
It ignites something. It
Yeah.
gives you the actual courage to get back on the bike and try again.
Mm.
It turns that impossible feeling into a challenge.
So it's not just being nice. It's actively helping someone see possibilities they might have missed. Like the source says, giving them special classes.
That help them see how awesome they could be. Yeah. It helps them rewrite that internal script. But you're right, it's not just niceness. It takes courage from the person saying it.
How so?
Well, you're putting yourself out there emotionally. You're investing in their potential even if they fail. You're taking a bit of a risk alongside them.
Huh. I hadn't thought about the courage part for the giver.
And this connects back to ancient wisdom, too. Confucius had that saying.
About courage.
Yeah, to see what is right and not do it is a lack of courage.
Okay.
Apply that here. If you see someone's potential, You see what's right for them to achieve or become. But you don't express that belief. You don't give them that encouragement.
Then you're lacking courage yourself.
Exactly. It suggests we almost have an obligation, a brave act, to offer that belief when we see potential glimmering in someone.
And the effect isn't just a one-off boost, right? The sources talk about a ripple effect.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just a feel-good moment. It kicks off this positive feedback loop, a virtuous cycle.
How does that work?
Well, their belief in you validates maybe a tiny bit of belief you had in yourself. So
Yeah.
you take a small step, try something.
Yeah.
Maybe you succeed a little, that reinforces their belief, but more importantly, it boosts your self-belief,
Yeah.
which then makes you willing to take slightly bigger risks.
And persist when things get tough.
Precisely. Builds confidence, resilience. It's how people really grow, step outside those comfort zones.
So maybe take a second now. If you're listening, think about a time someone truly believed in you. What difference did it actually make?
How did it change things for you?
And then flip it. How could you be that person for someone else this week? A friend, family member, coworker?
Even a quick, hey, I believe you can handle this, can mean the world. Those 4 words pack a punch.
Okay, so we've established that believing in someone is huge, foundational. But how we believe, that's the next layer, isn't it?
Right, because belief isn't just one thing. Does it mean we believe they can become the person we want them to be, or something else?
Like, do we believe in their potential to fit our mold or their potential to find their own way?
Exactly. And the sources are really clear on this. They use parenting examples, but honestly, the lesson applies everywhere. Teams, friendships, classrooms.
Yeah, we have that insight from Dwayne Wade, the basketball star. He talks about being a father.
And he's really articulate about it. He says his job isn't to make his kids into mini versions of himself or versions that fit neatly into society's boxes.
What does he see his job as, then?
He says it's to provide, to protect, to love, to facilitate. And this is the key part. It's to find out who our children are, find out their likes and their dislikes, and try to help them through life to find themselves. It's not about us.
It's not about us. Wow, that really shifts the focus, doesn't it? Right, away from our own expectations, our hopes, maybe even our fears for them.
Completely. It puts their unfolding identity front and center.
The sources use that gardener analogy, too, which I loved.
Oh, the sunflower and the rose. Yes. A good gardener doesn't force a sunflower to be a rose.
Right, you work with its nature.
Exactly. You give it the right soil, the right light, the right water, everything that specific plant needs to become the most beautiful, vibrant sunflower it can possibly be.
You don't try to make it something it's not.
And you value the differences. The oak tree, the fern, the sunflower, they all bring something unique. That diversity is what makes the garden wonderful, resilient, beautiful.
Imagine a garden where everything was identical, boring.
And weak, probably.
Yeah.
The same principle applies to any group. You want that diversity of strengths of perspectives that comes from people being their authentic selves.
It's about being a catalyst for their growth, not handing them a blueprint.
Perfectly put. A catalyst, not a sculptor imposing your own design.
This idea of letting people be themselves, it's really driven home by that story from Brandon Boulware,
Yeah.
the lawyer from Missouri.
That testimony was incredibly powerful. He talked about his daughter, who is transgender.
And his own initial struggle. He said he was driven by fear and love and a desire to protect. He genuinely thought he was doing the right thing by trying to prevent her from, well, expressing who she was, wearing girls' clothes, playing on girls' teams.
So he was trying to steer her toward what seemed like the safer, more accepted path based on his own understanding and, yes, his fears.
But then came that moment, that question from his daughter.
The aha moment, yeah.
Hmm.
She asked if she could play with the neighbors. He said no, it was dinner time. And then she asked,
But if I go out in boy clothes, can I play with them?
chilling, isn't it?
Mm.
He said it just hit him. With the best intentions, completely by accident, he'd taught his child that not being who she is was a way to be rewarded.
Wow. Rewarding the pretense, not the person.
Exactly. He saw in that instant the damage he was doing, teaching her that her authentic self wasn't okay, wasn't lovable.
And his plea to the lawmakers, it became this universal message, didn't it?
Absolutely. Let them have their childhoods. Let them be who they are. It transcends the specific context. It's about embracing authenticity as a fundamental human need for flourishing.
And the sources are quick to point out this isn't just about parenting.
Not at all. It's for friends, teachers, team captains, anyone who wants to help others.
The examples are so relatable. Maybe you love art, your kid loves sports. Maybe you're religious, your teen isn't, or vice versa.
Maybe you're liberal, your friend is conservative. Whatever the difference is,
Or let them be who they are.
let them experiment. Let them figure themselves out. Discover their own truths.
Which means we have to let go of our need for them to be like us.
That's the hard part. We might challenge our own deeply held beliefs, our assumptions about the right way to be, but as the source bluntly puts it, that's on you.
Ouch! But true, our growth is required too.
It is. It asks us to expand our own capacity for acceptance, for understanding difference, to hold our own views with a little more humility.
Okay, but let's push on this a bit. The idea that all these differences make a group stronger. Some might argue that conformity is more efficient, less messy.
It might seem that way on the surface, but Boulware's story shows the hidden cost of conformity, the cost of inauthenticity. When people hide who they are, they can't bring their full selves, their full energy, their unique insight.
Back.
They're holding back, and they're often deeply unhappy. The sources emphasize that differences aren't just things to be tolerated, they are assets.
Like the different plants in the garden.
Exactly. A group with diverse perspectives, skills, backgrounds, ways of thinking when those differences are welcomed and valued is far more creative, resilient, and better at solving complex problems than a group where everyone thinks and acts the same.
So authenticity isn't just nice for the individual, it's actually a strategic advantage for the group.
It truly is. It makes the team, the family, the community stronger and more vibrant.
So maybe think about a time you saw someone really blossom because they felt safe enough to be truly themselves. What did that look like?
And on the flip side, are there places where maybe you're holding back, consciously or unconsciously, from fully embracing someone's path because it's different from yours? What might that be? It's a tough question, but important for growth.
Okay, so we've got this powerful mix. Believing in people and letting them be authentically themselves. But that seems to lead to a question. If everyone's just doing their own thing, being authentic, why do we need to work together? Couldn't that just lead to chaos?
Sounds like a potential conflict, right? Individual authenticity versus collective action.
Yeah, why not just pursue our own truths separately?
Well, this is where the sources bring in a deeper philosophical layer, going back to the Stoics, specifically Marcus Aurelius.
The Roman emperor.
Right. He made this really interesting distinction between humans and animals. He said animals, they share sleeping, they exist, follow instinct.
They don't have homework or team projects.
Exactly. But humans, Aurelius argued, are fundamentally different. We are made by nature for the purpose of working with others.
So cooperation isn't just something we do, it's part of our nature.
According to the Stoics, yes. It's our own natural purpose that is more fitting and more satisfying. We find meaning in contribution, in collaboration.
He had that funny comparison about the dog, right?
Yeah. He says a dog lazing around all day is fine. It's just being a dog. No other obligation.
Sometimes sounds appealing.
Doesn't it? But he says humans have a higher obligation not to the gods, but to each other. We're wired for something more than just passive existence.
And this connects to that Stoic idea.
Yeah.
Praxis koinonicas something.
Apodidenai, yes. Works held in common. For Marcus Aurelius, this wasn't just a duty. It was the very thing that gives life purpose, the thing that gets us out of bed each morning.
So it's not just about productivity, it's about meaning.
It's about living in accordance with our nature, recognizing that our individual flourishing is tied up with contributing to the collective good. We find satisfaction in being part of something larger.
And these works held in common, they're not just huge things like civilization, right?
No, the sources make that clear. Yes, civilization, country, those are massive, multi-generational projects. But it's also much more immediate.
Like family.
Your family is something you build together. Your classroom, your friend group, your neighborhood committee, your volunteer project.
Anything where people come together for a shared purpose.
Exactly. Every shared endeavor is part of this. The Greeks had a word for it. Synergia. Cooperation. The sources state it plainly. We are made for cooperation, synergia, with each other. It's fundamental.
The team sport analogy helps here too.
Definitely. A team works best when everyone brings their unique skills, their authentic strengths, but directs them toward the same goal.
Like on a soccer team, you need defenders and scorers.
You wouldn't want 11 goalies or 11 strikers. Or a school play, you need actors, set builders, lighting crew, costume designers.
All different talents, all essential for the final performance.
The unique, authentic contributions are channeled together. That's synergy. The result is far greater than what any one person could do alone.
So it's not individualism versus collectivism. It's
authentic individuals contributing to collective endeavors. That combination is where the magic happens, where meaning is found.
It's like that mural example, drawing alone versus creating something amazing together.
Right. The shared creation, the collective impact, adds a whole different layer of satisfaction.
And this drive to contribute, it's a powerful motivator, more than coffee.
Apparently so. The source suggests using this as fuel. People are depending on you. Your purpose is to help us render this great work together, and we're waiting and excited for you to show up.
Knowing your piece of the puzzle is needed.
Exactly. Knowing your unique contribution matters, that others are counting on your authentic self to show up, that creates a sense of purpose and excitement that goes beyond just personal benefit. It taps into that fundamental human need to belong and contribute.
So think about it. What are those works held in common you're part of right now, big or small?
Family, work, community. And how does knowing others rely on you, on your unique input, affect your motivation? Does that idea resonate as a driving force for you?
Okay, so we've got belief, authenticity, collaboration. These are big shifts in how we think about interacting with others. But how does this fit into our daily grind? The feeling of always running out of.
Time, yeah. That ever-present pressure.
Exactly. And our sources have a really fascinating, almost radical take on time itself.
It's about challenging a very deep-seated assumption most of us have about time. We tend to treat it like a commodity, don't we?
Yeah, like money. You spend it, save it, waste it, invest it.
We manage it, track it, feel guilty if we're not using it productively.
Always feeling behind schedule.
Right. But the sources propose a shift. Instead of thinking, I'm spending time or I'm wasting time, try thinking.
I'm experiencing time.
Exactly. Just that subtle change in language. What does that do?
Well, the sources say that when you make that shift, suddenly action becomes the expression of fulfillment.
Explain that a bit more.
When you're doing something that truly aligns with who you are, your authentic self, using your unique talents, and maybe it's also part of those works held in common.
So it connects back to authenticity and collaboration.
Yes. Then time stops feeling like something you have to manage, something you're losing. It becomes something you get to enjoy, something you're immersed in.
It shifts from burden to gift.
Precisely. It's no longer about controlling time, but about being fully present in the experience it holds.
This sounds a lot like that psychological state people call flow.
Exactly. The sources mention that feeling. When you're so absorbed in something.
Building something, reading a great book, playing music, coding.
That you completely lose track of the clock. Hours can go by and you don't even notice.
That's the feeling. That's when action flows from authenticity and purpose. You're not spending time, you're fully experiencing it. You're in the zone.
And we have that great quote from Barbara Sher, too, which feels very relevant here.
Oh, the do it now one?
Yeah. You don't need endless time and perfect conditions. Do it now. Do it today. Do it for 20 minutes and watch your heart start beating.
I love that. He cuts through all the procrastination and perfectionism.
Totally. You don't need the perfect setup or a huge block of time. Just engage, even briefly, with something meaningful.
And that action itself generates the energy, the excitement. Your heart starts beating.
It's a really liberating idea psychologically. Think how much energy we waste feeling guilty about time, stressed about deadlines.
Shifting to experiencing time moves you from that scarcity mindset, time is running out, to more of an abundance mindset. Each moment is an opportunity for engagement.
Less pressure, more joy, more intrinsic motivation.
And it really ties everything together. This kind of time experience naturally happens when you're being authentic and contributing collaboratively.
It's the outcome of living those other principles.
And Sher's advice is the practical kickstart. Don't wait for ideal conditions. Just start. 20 minutes of purposeful action can reignite that feeling of engagement and fulfillment.
It shows that energy follows action, not the other way around.
Exactly. Fulfillment isn't waiting at the end of some perfectly managed schedule. It's found in the engaged experience of now.
So when was the last time you felt like that? Totally absorbed, time just vanishing because you were so engaged.
And how could viewing your tasks today, even the mundane ones as experienced time, change how you approach them? Less obligation, more opportunity.
Okay, this is all incredibly insightful. We've talked about belief, authenticity, collaboration, even time. But the rubber needs to meet the road, right? How do we actually do this stuff?
Yeah, it's one thing to grasp the concepts, another to consistently put them into practice day to day.
How do we build these environments where people can be themselves and work together effectively?
Thankfully, the sources don't leave us hanging. They offer a really practical blueprint, almost a step-by-step guide. These are actions anyone can take, regardless of their role or age.
Right, let's break it down. Step 1.
Step 1 is the courage to see good. even through mistakes.
Okay, courage again.
Yes. Practice having the courage to see good things in people, even when they're different from you or when they make mistakes. It's not about ignoring flaws, but looking deeper.
That takes effort. It's easier to see the mistake.
It absolutely takes effort and patience. Remember Thomas Paine, what we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly.
Meaning the valuable stuff takes work.
Exactly. Helping someone truly blossom requires real work and patience, but it's worth it. It's about actively choosing to see potential beneath the struggle.
Like the example. Classmate struggles with math.
Instead of just seeing the struggle, practice wondering, okay, what are they good at? How can I help them see and use those strengths? Shift the focus.
Or the younger sibling messing up the game.
Instead of getting frustrated, try that belief statement. Hey, I believe you can learn this. Let's figure it out together. See the learner, not just the error.
Okay, that makes sense. Step 2.
Step 2, avoiding conditional praise and embracing experimentation. This is crucial.
So don't only praise people when they do exactly what you want.
Precisely. The sources warn, be careful not to only give attention or praise when people act exactly like you want them to, because that just encourages conformity and kills creativity.
It stifles their willingness to try new things, to be themselves.
And it ignores that vital wisdom from Theodore Roosevelt. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything.
Right. Mistakes are part of the process. Essential, even.
So if we want people to grow, we have to create space for them to try, to experiment, and yes, sometimes to fail or stumble.
Like the friend trying out for the play.
Focus on their bravery for putting themselves out there, not just whether they get the lead role. Celebrate the attempt, the courage.
Or the teammate trying a new position or idea.
Cheer for their willingness to experiment, even if it's not perfect right away. Value the process, the learning, the growth mindset, not just the immediate perfect outcome.
Got it. Step 3.
Step 3. Recognizing authenticity as a team strength. We touched on this, but it's core to the blueprint.
The idea that people being their real selves makes the group stronger, not weaker.
Exactly. Think Henry Ford. He knew about teamwork. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success.
Classic quote.
But the deeper lesson the sources pull out is that Ford also knew true teamwork, true synergia, only happens when each person brings their real self to the group.
You can't collaborate effectively if everyone's wearing a mask.
Right. Remember the pizza analogy?
Yeah, you want different toppings.
You want each ingredient adding its own unique flavor. That's what makes the whole thing delicious and better than any single ingredient alone. Authentic individuals bring unique skills, perspectives, passion. That's the fuel for innovation and resilience in any group.
Okay, makes sense. Step 4.
Step 4, cultivating humility and continuous learning. This is about us, the helpers.
Staying humble about what we know and control.
Yes. Stay humble about how much you can control and how much you know. We don't have all the answers, especially about someone else's path.
Like that sailor's prayer.
Oh God, thy sea is so great and my boat is so small. A beautiful reminder that there's always more to learn. Others see things we don't. Humility opens us up.
So our role isn't to be the boss of their life.
Not at all. You're not in charge of making them be a certain way. You're offering support, encouragement, walking alongside them as they figure things out.
More like a guide or a friend than a director.
Exactly. A fellow traveler, maybe slightly further down a particular path, but still learning yourself. It fosters mutual respect and learning.
All right, and the final step. Step 5.
This ties it all together. The indispensable element, the willingness to learn.
Meaning their willingness.
Yes, ultimately, we can't force anyone to grow or discover themselves. That's something each person has to choose for themselves.
We can't make them learn if they don't want to.
Exactly. Zig Ziglar nailed it. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you.
So our role is conditional on their willingness.
Our effectiveness is. We can create the conditions, offer the belief, provide the safe space.
Model the behavior.
Yes, model that it's okay to be different, to make mistakes. But they have to choose to engage, to be determined to learn. When they do make that choice, then our support becomes incredibly powerful.
Like that great teacher we all remember.
Right. They probably didn't force you into a mold. They helped you find your strengths, sparked your curiosity, believed in you when maybe you doubted yourself.
They created the environment for you to choose to learn.
That's the goal. Be that kind of presence for others. It takes courage and compassion.
So looking at these 5 steps, Which one jumps out at you right now? Maybe one feels really resonant, or one feels like the biggest stretch.
And think about focusing on just one this week. How might putting that single principle into practice change your interactions?
So when you put all these pieces together, the belief, the authenticity, the collaboration, the way we experience time, and these practical steps, what emerges?
Something really powerful emerges. It becomes clear that these aren't separate ideas competing for attention. They're interwoven.
Like threads in a fabric.
Exactly. Helping people be authentic and working together on common goals. They're not opposites. They're actually the same thing looked at from different angles. They feed each other.
How does that synergy work in practice? The sources gave examples.
Yeah, like helping a friend discover their sense of humor. You encourage their authentic gift,
They feel more confident, more themselves.
and the whole friend group benefits. It becomes happier and more fun to be around. Their individual flourishing elevates the collective experience.
Or the teammate with the unusual skill.
Encouraging them to use it, even if it's unconventional, makes the whole team stronger, more adaptable, more creative.
The teacher creating that safe space.
Not just being nice, they're creating the optimal learning environment for everyone by allowing individual exploration and authenticity. Collective learning skyrockets.
And the parents letting kids explore their own interests.
They're not just being permissive. They're helping that child develop into someone who knows themselves well enough to contribute something valuable to the world later on. They're nurturing an authentic contributor.
So this really is the blueprint for thriving communities, friendships, families, teams.
It absolutely is. And the core ingredients are clear.
First, courage.
The courage to believe in people, to see their potential, and crucially, to let them be who they really are, even if it's different.
Second, patience.
The patience to let growth happen at its own pace, providing support without demanding outcomes on our schedule.
And third, humility.
Remembering everyone has value, everyone can teach us something, approaching others as equals on the journey.
And this isn't just, feel-good stuff.
Not at all. It's about actively building the kind of world where everyone gets a chance to find their gifts and use them to make life better for everyone else. That's a huge, worthwhile project.
And it starts small.
It starts right where you are. It starts with how you treat the people around you today.
Okay, so let's boil down 3 quick reminders for everyone listening.
Let's do it. First, next time someone's struggling or trying something new.
Remember, I believe in you. Offer that spark.
Second, next time you feel that urge to make someone just like you or fit your expectations.
Pause. Ask. How can I help them be the best version of themselves?
And third, next time you're on a team.
Remember, the goal isn't sameness. It's leveraging everyone's unique strengths for that shared goal you're building together, like the pizza.
Exactly. These are practical tools. Use them every day.
Yeah.
They help create environments where everyone can flourish.
And there's a bonus in it for us, too.
Absolutely. The more you practice empowering others, the more you discover about your own gifts, your own potential, and how you can contribute. You flourish alongside them.
So we've journeyed through belief, authenticity, collaboration, time, seeing how they all weave together to help people, including us, thrive.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Embracing these ideas, truly empowering others to be authentic and contribute their unique strengths. It's not just about their growth.
How so?
It fundamentally changes your experience too,
Yeah.
deepens your purpose, expands your understanding, brings more fulfillment as you actively participate in building something better together. You become an architect of that flourishing.
That's a powerful way to think about it. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into helping people be their best.
We hope it's given you some practical tools, maybe a fresh perspective on the impact you can have every day.